The Glasgow Care Foundation are the oldest charity in Glasgow that you've never heard of. We were launched in the 1860s, I think, by some wealthy Victorian business owners and people in Glasgow who wanted to make a difference to the poor of the city. And here we are, over 150 years later, we're still helping the poor of the city. So we help people in the city who have exhausted all opportunities for help from government agencies. So people who have been to the likes of the Scottish Welfare Fund, or they've been to other charities and they're still in need, then we are able to help them in many practical ways. So to give you an example, you'll see a lot at the moment about some of these stores that ostensibly rent people furniture or white goods or TVs, etc. And it starts off, the washing machine breaks down, they can't afford to spend money on a brand new one, so they go to these shops and they spend £5 or £10 a week for a washing machine, and before they know it, they're spending another £5 or £10 a week on a new cooker, and another £5 or £10 a week on a new sofa. And what happens over time is families that have a really low income are ending up spending a third of their weekly income on these shops. What we're able to do in those situations is if we feel the family needs our help, is we can ask them to phone up the shop and get them to come and take away all that stuff. We'll replace it like for like, and we put £30 or £40 a week back into the pocket of that family. So that allows them to use that money for food, or it allows them to use that money, in some cases for fuel, because as you know, fuel poverty is also a challenge these days for a lot of people. So that's just one of the example of the ways in which we can help. It's that practical assistance. So rather than a handout, we provide a helping hand. Well, I don't know if you saw the report that came out recently, which stated that across the city of Glasgow, more than 1 in 3 children now lives in poverty, and this is really quite shocking for a society like Glasgow, that 1 in 3 children can be living in poverty. It really means that most citizens in the city will be living, less than a mile, maybe, half a mile from a kid in real poverty, and yet it's unseen in many cases. And so we're trying as best we can to do what we can to help kids and families in that situation. So we don't take requests directly from people who need our help. We work with other agencies such as social care, such as health centres, local health visitors, for example, and other charities that specialise, on specific groups in society. So where they decide there's a need and they have more frequent contact with someone who needs our help, they can refer them to us using our online system, and then we'll review each case and make a decision about whether or not we can help that person or that family. And we tend to make those decisions really quickly. If someone is referred to us this week, there's a very good chance we could be in their house next week and replacing their broken washing machine or replacing their broken cooker and making a real difference. So we don't waste time debating and deciding what to do. We take action and make changes really quickly. So every year, for don't know how many years gone by, we have received toys from people who want to donate to us. And every year this has grown and grown and grown. And we then redistribute these toys to kids at Christmas time who might not be having a great Christmas. And again, this is an example of the practical help I mentioned before, where we can help a family who are struggling and don't have the funds to give the kids everything that they want. We'll provide that family with a toy that the parents can give to that kid on Christmas Day, and can make a real difference. And we also provide food vouchers to families, so that when you and I are sitting down tucking into our turkey dinner, spare a thought that some families may not be having a hot meal on that day. And in many cases, we are able to provide people with a voucher for a local supermarket where they can go and they can get some good food in to have on Christmas Day. So this year we've collected about 1,100 toys, which is fantastic, and we're really grateful to all the different individuals and businesses that have helped us to create that, and we've managed to raise £8,000 to spend on food vouchers. But this really scratches the surface of what I mentioned before about, something like 30,000 children living in Glasgow in poverty. It's quite significant. So we're relaunching our website in a few weeks' time, and as part of that we're going to ask people to become a friend of Glasgow Care Foundation. And it's a really simple thing that we're asking people to do, is simply get involved, follow us across our social media channels, and share the stories that we publish there, so that we can spread the word to as many people as possible about the good work that we're doing. And it's a real simple way to help us spread the message. And of course, if people want to donate, they can do so on our website. And if they want to get involved and do some fundraising, again, we can help by providing fundraising kits, so that they can do that in their workplace, or in their club or wherever. So really, we're all about spreading the word now and raising the profile of the Glasgow Care Foundation, so that we can help more people. My key message would be that there are fellow citizens of this great city living near you right now in poverty. Please get involved. Please help us to help these people. You can get involved by simply donating a small amount of money, or donating a toy to our Christmas campaign, or helping to spread the word about the good work that we do. That would be my key message.